Warm-up is now complete. Can we please clear the pool?
Okay, folks, once again, welcome if you just joined us to Winchester for day 2 of our weekend at the South East Region Age Group Long Course Championships. Same schedule as yesterday, just flip the boys to the girls. But we should finish a little bit earlier due to a few less heats in particular places. Now, before we can get underway, please do welcome to poolside your team of referees and their technical officials. We're going to start the day with a 400 IM and then have the 800 metre freestyle. It's the IM for the boys and the freestyle for the girls. 9 heats of the IM and 4 heats, as opposed to yesterday's 5 heats of the 800 metre freestyle. And that will take us up to around about 11 a.m.-ish, very much on the ish. So I think, have we got everybody there? John's just lagging behind slightly. Please welcome to poolside your referee representing Amersham, Peter Roycroft. Referee representing Portsmouth North Sea, Jane Mellor. And referee representing Hart, John Tripp. And your starter for the session representing Leatherhead, Alan Lewis. Thank you very much. Officials, you may find your positions and or be seated. And we'll get underway in just a couple of minutes' time. As I'll remind you, throughout the day, swimmers, your medals can be collected pretty much any time there's action going on, and for a little bit of time during the breaks as well. But our volunteers and officials do need to get their breaks in too. So if you're not swimming and you're watching swimming and you've got a medal to collect, please do make sure you go and get it. They are available very shortly after heat declared winner events, which we've got first 2 events this morning, and then any other races in sessions 21 and 22 this afternoon and later. It's like an early afternoon session and a late afternoon session. Again, as per yesterday. If you didn't pick one up yesterday, go and get it now. We don't want to take anything home because the boxes are heavy. So we should have, let me have a quick look, 3 swimmers in our opening heat. Again, 9 heats of 400 AM, 4 heats of 800 freestyle. I'll try my best to keep you up to date with what time is winning what age group. Because, wow, we do have 12-year-olds right through to heat number 6. That's impressive. And we won't actually know who's won 13 or even to the final heat. That's fantastic. So we've got officials, we've got lifeguards, we've got swimmers, we've got timekeepers and referees. And we are going to start, I think, absolutely bang on time. And do keep your messages coming in on the YouTube chat. You were very, very active yesterday. Bang on time. Event 801 is the boys 400 metre IM. There's 9 heats. This is heat number 1, referee. Starting at 9 o'clock to the second. That's how we do it in the southeast. A couple of messages already in. We've got, I'm supporting Harry Ola from Redland Reigate. Thank you, Jane, for tuning in. If you're sending a message in, if you could let me know, I'll always try and find them. If you can let me know what heat they're in, I will try also to read out the message when they're actually swimming too. And by the way, announcer, oh yes, excellent, so it's Hewin. Right, it's a new name I know how to say now, fantastic. Oh, that will pop up later. And Team Seagull from the White Cliffs of Dover are here, up, White Cliffs, go Stanley, go. I am heat 4. That is it, that is what I need. So in heat number 1, we've got Wickham teammates in lanes 3 and 4. We've got Teddy Sampson and James Tucker. And then in lane 5, our mate Maidstone's Joseph Freer. I'm looking at roughly 6:16 to 6:20. But as we always see, and we did yesterday, massive personal bests. Don't be surprised if they're 10 seconds or more quicker than those quoted times. All 12-year-olds. Heat number 2 is all 12-year-olds. We've got one 11-year-old in the competition. I'll get to that in heat number 3. Let's try and make a couple of predictions. There are a few fast 12-year-olds. So we're maybe looking at definitely sub 6 minutes if we're looking at a medalist in the 12-year-olds. Again, just a prediction. Starting the fastest is James Tucker. Halfway, Tucker goes sub 3, so that's a great start. 3:02 for Joseph Freer, 3:07 for Teddy Sampson. Now, what I was going to do this morning is give you some tips on what to do during the break. But the weather is a fairly sharp contrast to yesterday. I think when that sun breaks through the cloud, I think we'll be all right. Because during yesterday's later afternoon break, I went for a walk up Catherine's Hill, St Catherine's Hill, which is only 10 minutes from here. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to walk to the top. So if you want a 40-minute round-trip walk during your break to get some exercise in, out the venue, turn left, And pop your phone out. St Catherine's Hill, beautiful. You get an entire view of the city, including the cathedral from the top. It was wonderful. £5 each. I'll do walking tours. And some money in the break. We are on the freestyle, and there is no change in order. James Tucker is looking to go. Wow, we're 5:17. Can he come back in 35 seconds? Just see James's split here. It is a 41. Oh, he's going to be just outside 6:05-ish is what we might come back in. He's got a little bit of fire in the belly in the morning. Comes back faster. But going to be very, very close to 6, but it's going to be just outside, I imagine. But 6:16 was his entry. And you might also get Joseph Freer getting a new best here too. He was also 6:16. Only to be 5 seconds or so behind your leader. And it's going to be 6:03.50. Well done, James. 13 seconds off his entry. Joseph will also take some time off here, so 6:10.74. And hopefully that buzzing will disappear. And, Teddy Sampson, 6:25. Heat number 1. Heat number 2, referee. Taking part in heat number 2. Maidstone Sam Sloan is in lane 1. And you've got Dorking's Hugo Hunter, Tigers Jersey Bertie Brennan, Winchester City Penguins Seb Wheeler, Guildford City's Paul Balsis, Maidenhead's Tom Owen, and City of Milton Keynes Gleb Simkin. Another nice message coming in on the YouTube chat, cheering on Hugo the Hunter, who is here in lane number 2. Always pushes hard in the final furlong. £20 at 3-1, a good shake. We do not bet on children's sport, but good odds, good odds. And another go, Hugo. Oh, Hugo's popular. The Dorking swimmer in lane 2. So we've seen a 6:03, which means we could very likely see a sub-6 in our second heat, although none of the southern entrants have that on their entry lists, or entry times, qualifying times, call them what you like. And they are, at this age group, qualifying times are generally personal bests. The older you get, that becomes a little bit less often. But Hugo is going for it, isn't he? Look at him go. He was Paul Balsis at the turn. First 50 of the backstroke. He's tied second at the moment with Bertie Brennan in 3. But at halfway, it will just be Bertie Brennan by a couple of tenths actually, over Hunter, then Balsis. Owen, Wheeler, Sloan and Semkin following. And if you know anything about IMs, it's the breaststroke where you often get the biggest changes in running order. I always say, if you've got a good breaststroke, then you've got a great chance on IMs. Brennan's lead at the top grows ever so slightly to just about 2 seconds. Moving into second, Paul Balsis, one of your early leaders. And one eye on Tom Owen in lane 6. Seems to be enjoying his breaststroke leg. Yeah, so now with 100 to swim on the freestyle, it's Brennan, Balsis, Owen, Hunter. You can, of course, if you're watching online, see all this on the left-hand side of your screen. That's the order with the lane number, the split time. So this might be a little bit closer than you expected 100 metres ago, because Paul Balsis is right on the tail of Bertie Brennan. Hugo Hunter's having a good freestyle, back into 3rd place from 4th. And this will go to the final 25 metres. And it looks like Paul Balsis has timed this wonderfully well. Maybe he always knew his freestyle was his best leg, saved the best to last. And it will be Paul Balsis taking heat number 2 at a time just outside 6 minutes, ever so close. 6:03 for Bertie Brennan. Hugo Hunter in 3rd. And all those top 3 times, all new personal bests, if we're taking the qualifiers as bests. And Sam Sloan in 4th place also. Well done, chaps. Heat number 3, referee. taking part in heat number 3. Beacon's Samson Leiluni, Thanet's George Monks, Guildford's Sebastian Fongo, Portsmouth North Sea's Declan Moore, Redden Reigate Marlins, Harry Ola, Beacon's Charlie Woodward, City of Southampton's Clark Hughes, and Whitney and District's Luther Ashfield. And on the YouTube chat, there's a well done Hugo Hunter from Uncle Sam and Nico. Hugo, 3rd place in heat 2. And for the first time in the event, we have 13-year-olds enter the fray, courtesy of Declan Moore in lane 4. And there were only aged 11 this year, Samson Leiluni, representing Beacon in 1, the rest 12 years of age. We went ever so close to sub-6 in heat number 2, 6 minutes and 57 hundredths. So that sits as the leading 12-year-old time. We'll definitely go sub-6 here in heat 3. 6 of the 8 have achieved that. And another message, go Harry Ola, go. That is from Jane. And Harry is in lane 5. And leading, at least through the first 50 metres of the breaststroke. Looks to me as though Sebastian Fongo will take that mantle, at least for the moment, maybe into the freestyle. In lane 6, Charlie Woodward. Fongo did have the quickest split on the breaststroke, 49.01, over a second quicker than anybody else. Oh, in fact, Samson Leiluni in 6th had a good split as well, 50.32. So Fongo leads over Ola and Woodward. 1.3 seconds between the top 3. Big ask for anybody else to get involved in this challenge now. Oh, it stayed almost exactly the same to the far end. Better turn by Sebastian Fongo, 39.31. Woodward was the 39.6. So there will be a new fastest time in the 12-year-old category. It's currently 6 minutes and 57 hundredths. That will go well under sub-6. Charlie Woodward will move into 2nd. Not going to catch Fongo. 5:49.70. Well done, Sebastian. Provisional gold in the 12-year-old category. There's a few more to go, though. And then our only 11-year-old in the car, that's Luther Ashfield, sorry, on the far side, Whitney and District. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times under 6 minutes. Well done, guys. Heat number 4, referee. Taking part in heat number 4 from lane 1, Guildford City's Luan Grayling, Portsmouth North Sea's Freddie Saul, Windsor's Henry Law, Portsmouth North Sea's Neo Tucker, Thanet's Parker Pollard, White Cliffs of Dover Swimming, Stanley Preston, Thanet's Charlie May, and Guildford City's Deshla Spiha Chehal. I've got a DQ to bring you from heat number 3. So this event, heat number 3, lane 8, disqualification, technical infraction. Heat 3, lane 8, DQ for technical infraction. A couple more messages coming in. This is wonderful. Thank you for being so active on the chat this morning. We've got a Go Charlie May. He's in lane 7 right now. Evelyn and Mum watching at home or shouting at the TV. I bet you are. Got a Go Parker, heat 4, lane 5, Love Nan and Grandad. It is Freddie Saul in lane 2. Leading the field on the backstroke towards halfway. Neo Tucker second in lane 4. And over in Southern, Charlie May. The well-supported Charlie May. Every single one of these swimmers comfortably under, well, almost under 550, all of them. We know the 12-year-old time to beat. We've got loads of 13-year-olds now. That will be coming to, they've joined the party seriously. Although we do have 13 and 14-year-olds right through to heat 9. So it'll have to be an absolutely worldie if they're looking to medal. But otherwise, everybody's chasing their own personal bests. Once again, we're going to enjoy a very close freestyle. There's a 3 coming through. Still Freddie Saul, although his gap back to Neo Tucker has closed, and it might close entirely by the end of the breaststroke. And then 3 and 5, Parker Pollard. It will be a 3-man race. And Neo Tucker is going to lead into that final 100. Can anybody else get involved and chase this trio down for a heat win? Now, Parker Pollard is 12 years of age. The other two are 13, so in slightly different races, really. Parker chasing the time of 5:49 to be provisional gold medal leader. Well, our giant seagull is back. Oh, this will be a good finish, you know. Freddie Saul in 2, Neo Tucker in 4. Looks like Parker Pollard will have to settle for 3rd place in the heat, but leading 12-year-old, remember, and he'll set a new fastest time in that age group. But the heat win, it will be, looks like Neo Tucker is just going to hold off Freddie Saul. 5:37 and 94. And for Parker, a 5:41. They are both significant times. Let's make a little note of those. So Neo was 5:37. Okay, so we have our 12 and 13-year-old times to beat. Combination of both again. Coming up in heat number 5. And Luan Grayling will close heat number 4 for us. Heat number 5, referee. Taking part in heat number 5, Atlantis, Daniel Phillips. Mid-Sussex Marlins, Alexander Oman. Bracknell and Wokingham's Tash Choptikar. Basingstoke Bluefins, Cody Shea. Dartford District's Rocco Palin. Portsmouth North Sea's Damir Yakno. Maidstone's Oliver Freer. And Guildford City's George Robinson. And the entry time's not too dissimilar from heat number 4, in fact. 12 and 13-year-olds again. And what we've got, 5:37 leading the 13-year-old times, and a 5:41 leading the 12-year-old, 11 and 12-year-old age group. We don't get 14-year-olds until heat number 6, as they start shortly. George Robinson. out in front. I mean, it's a bizarre start, already at halfway, but two really solid leaders in George Robinson and Alex Oman. So of the 5 heats we've seen so far, that's the biggest gap from front to back we've seen in the water. It's that almost 15, almost 20 metres. That's nothing to say about the guys at the back, it's more about the two at the front. It kind of feels like George Robinson's in the wrong heat.
Come on, Dutch! Come on! Come on, Dutch!
On paper, Robinson is the slowest of all 8. That is not going to be the case in 150 metres time. So the entries range from 5:37 to 5:45.
Come on, Dutch! Come on!
So Alexander Oman did have a quicker split on the first 50 of the breaststroke. If he could repeat that, he'll be right alongside, for us, visually at least,
Let's go!
George
Come
Robinson.
on!
Behind them in lane 1, Daniel Phillips, then Tax Choptikar in 3.
Come on, Dutch!
Just going to bring you a DQ quickly from heat number 4. So, of course, this event, heat 4, lane 1, DQ for technical infraction. Heat 4, lane 1, DQ, technical infraction.
Come on!
And these guys just keep going.
Push it!
This is going to be a fairly formidable time to beat in the 13-year-old competition. Could we potentially see medals from heat number 5? This is a heat declared winner event. In the YouTube chat, we've got a come on Tax. Tax currently in 3rd place. That might drop to 4th in a couple of seconds' time. It does. But let's focus on our leaders for now. Because George Robinson, who came in with a 5:45, and Alex Oman coming in with a 5:41. They're going to go potentially 15 seconds quicker than that.
Come on, Dutch! Push it! Come on, Dutch! Come on!
So George Robinson, from start to finish, quite remarkable really. Time is 5:28.65. Fantastic, well done George. And if it wasn't for George, Alex's would also be a remarkable win too by 5 seconds. Alex Oman 5:31.92. And that is the new fastest 12-year-old time. Oh, that'll be tough to beat. Heat number 6, referee. So that time just set by Alex Oman, that might be good enough for, it will definitely be a medal. And Tax Choptikar is definitely going to get a medal because there's only one 12-year-old left. That's Austin Wilkinson in heat number 6 right now. So they are both on the podium. It's a matter of whether Austin Wilkinson go quicker than 5:37 or 5:31. The pool is made up of Epsom, Sebastian Cardenas Gomez, Dartford District's Caden Manning, Portsmouth North Sea's Austin Wilkinson, Tunbridge Wells Jasper Yao, Wickham teammates Ollie Sampson and Tom Groves. Bracknell and Wokingham's Mon Chow, and Wickham again with Theo Edmonston West.
Come on, Mon!
And 6 of 9. And we've got our first 14-year-olds here. Manning, Yao, Sampson and Grove. All in the 5:30s. Hydra halfway, Ollie Sampson in 5, then Tom Grove, Mon Chow and Theo Edmonston West, they top 4. Cardenas Gomez actually makes it a top 5 if you look across the pool. Just pulling away ever so slightly. Although, I'm just looking at Austin Wilkinson and Jasper Yao bringing it back slightly in 3 and 4. Official time to bring you from heat number 5, lane 1, official time 5:36.52. Heat 5, lane 1, official time 5:36.52. Plenty of noise in the venue. I'm sure you're making noise at home too. There'll be Sampson and Grove together into the 100-metre freestyle leg. Then in Southern, Mon Chow. And in, well, 8 and 3, Theo Edmonston West and Austin Wilkinson. The time to beat in the 12-year-old category, just thinking about Austin Wilkinson here, for a gold 5:31.92, for a silver 5:37.49 are the times to beat. We concentrate at the moment on the 14-year-olds leading the way in 5 and 6, Sampson and Grove. Whoever wins this will set the provisional leading time in the 14-year category. And then we'll see how long it lasts. It's going to be in the 20s, in the low 20s. 5:22.07. Well done, Ollie. And 5:23, Tom Grove very close behind Austin Wilkinson, 5:29. So Austin Wilkinson, that will be, let me double confirm, gold medal in the 12-year category, which means Oman will take silver and Choptakar the bronze. The rest to be decided. Heat number 7, referee. Right, well, what a rapid start for Zhou. Super cool, 106. And through 100 meters, I mean, let's make an assumption that his butterfly is his best stroke. Maybe he's just warming up. In the pool, in Heat 7 for Maidenhead, Harry Burfitt. Guildford City's Andy Lee. For Tunbridge Wells, Jax Marshall. For Windsor, Zayan Zhu. Leatherheads, Raditya Bimantara. Reading's Aaron DeBase.
Come on,
Rushmore Royals, Samuel Wright. And Portsmouth North Sea's Alistair Rogers. And another DQ to bring you from heat number 6, lane 8. DQ for technical infraction, heat 6, lane 8. And a couple of messages coming in, particularly for Aaron, who is in lane 6. Aaron DeBase. Tell me how to say DeBase. The Reading swimmer. Zayan Zhu still going. Jax Marshall still chasing. Then a line of 4. Lee, Rogers, Pimentara, Tobias. The lead is just shy of 3 seconds. And then 4.5 to the rest of the field. We're only at halfway.
Come on, Alistair!
Also got to go Jax. For Jax Marshall in lane 3 on the YouTube chat. Now, the lead will grow from Zhu, but get much tighter behind Marshall, Bimantara and Lee. There's just 2 more heats to come after this. Still 13 and 14-year-olds in all 3 of them. Current 13-year-old time to beat 5:28.65. It's held by Robinson in heat 5. What Zhu can do here is set a really hard target in the 14-year category. It's currently 5:22. His entry was 5:23, and if he can split at 37s, he could go in the teens. He will go in the teens. So 5:22 to beat to be the current leader in the 14-year-old category. For our 13-year-olds, 5:28, the current leading time. And it is a 5:19.05 for Zhu. Fantastic work. In comes Jax Marshall in lane 3. His time 5:25.88, so that's a new fastest time in the 13-year category. Well done, Jax. So 2 new provisional leaders in their respective age groups. Heat number 8, referee. So will those times by Zoo and Marshall be good enough for medals? We will wait and see. I imagine Zoo's won't, because there are a couple of sub-5 swimmers in the 14-year category. But Jax Marshall, looking at the 13 years, could be. It really could be. We will find out. Taking part in heat number 8. Leatherheads, Kieran East is in lane 1. Then Farnham's Williams Jarrett. Atlantis, Ethan Brown. Basingstoke Bluefins, Luke Wallace. Wickham's Rowan Kearney. Haverton Waterlooville, Lewis Howard. Elmbridge, Nathan Austin. And Atlantis, Hugo Fiello. Thirteen-year-olds in heat 8 are Ethan Brown, Luke Wallace, and Lewis Howard. There's only four 13-year-olds left in the competition, all chasing 5:25.88. Current leading time. Nathan Austin leads the way. All these guys between 5:18 and 5:22 on the entry. It's your same front two, but the gap is drastically changed. Then you've got Rowan Kearney very close behind, as is Luke Wallace and Lewis Howard. So 5 swimmers within 3 seconds of the lead. And that'll get even tighter as they turn into freestyle in 25 meters time. And Luke Wallace will jump from 4th up to 1st after a breaststroke where he was the fastest split by about 3 seconds over the field. Did mention earlier, good breaststroke, got a great chance in any IM, it's individual or team. And Luke Wallace is one of our 13-year-olds, remember. So Luke Wallace is not just chasing a win in the heats, he's chasing the time of 5:25, which would make him the provisional gold medalist with 1 heat to go. And surely he's going to do that by some. 14-year-old leading time, 5:19, that's probably going to go as well, as they all chase him down into the final 10. This is about the clock as much as touching home first. It is a fantastic 5:13.35 for Luke Wallace. That will definitely be a medal. What colour is to be decided in just a moment. In heat number 9, Lewis Howard in lane 6, also 13 years of age, 5:13.52. So they've both just got medals guaranteed. I say guaranteed, pending confirmation of that result. Heat number 9, referee. Heat number 9, all to play for. 6 medals to be decided. In lane 1, Winchester's Maxim Smith. In 2, Tigers, Zach Howell. In 3, Basingstoke Bluefins, Dan Circuit. In 4 for Maidstone, Romeo Ball. In 5 for Guildford City, Dan Lawrence. In 6 for Beacon, Bertie Woodward. In 7 for Tigers, Aidan Jarvis. In 8 for Wickham, Lewis De Silva. So one thing to point out is Zach Howell in lane 2, the only 13-year-old. He's chasing a 5:13.35 for gold, a 5:13.52 for silver, or a 5:19 for bronze. In 14-year-olds, we will pretty much certainly see gold and silver here, potentially bronze too. They've got to be 5:14, but your 2 guys in the middle, Ball and Lawrence, come in with 4:50s. So standout performance in the 14-year-old 400 IM. On the YouTube chat, we've got a go Dan Lawrence. And Dan Lawrence leads at halfway. I expect these 2 just to keep on bridging that gap, or building that gap, not bridging it. Romeo Ball on the freestyle, on their breaststroke, moves to the front and by a few metres. Split time was 4 seconds quicker almost than Dan Lawrence, so he needed that advantage in the first 200, Lawrence. Now he needs to hang on. Anything sub 5:13 will be a medal. Very quick DQ to bring you heat number 8 to lane 1. Disqualification for technical infraction, heat number 8, lane 1. And that has become a huge lead, isn't it, for Romeo Ball? He'll comfortably beat the current fastest 14-year-old time. So on his way to a gold medal, Dan Lawrence on his way to a silver for Maidstone and Guildford City respectively. And we need to keep our eye on Zach Howell, who is chasing 5:13.35 if he wants gold in the 13-year category. But Romeo Ball on a victory lap towards the finish. He will be the 400 IM gold medalist. Dan Lawrence will pick up a silver. And Dan Circuit currently on track for bronze. Just doing a quick check on those times. 4:48 for Romeo Ball. Came in with a 4:50 as fastest swimmer and went even quicker. Dan Lawrence 4:55, that's a confirmed gold and silver. Zach Howell in the 13-year category stops the clock 5:07, gold for him in the 13-year competition, which means Luke Wallace will take silver and Lewis Howard will take bronze in the 13 years. Dan Circuit 5:09.56 means all 3 medals in the 14 years go in heat number 9. Just about kept up with what was going on there. And we're going to see the girls for the first time on this Sunday's competition. Event 802 is the girls' 800-meter freestyle. There's 4 heats. This is heat 1, referee. Right, 4 heats of 800. In first, we have from lane 2 onwards, Rushmore Royals, Annabelle Harris. In 3, Portsmouth North Seas, Poppy Bassindale. In 4, Edenbridge Piranhas, Eliza Smakaj. In 5, Portsmouth North Seas, Lily Botham. In 6, Winchester City Penguins, Esther Bull. And in 7, Portsmouth North Sea's Alice Rogers. I love the whoops for Portsmouth North Sea. Yeah, and again, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good whooping work. You're looking at around about 10.5 minutes for heat number 1. All these girls in the 11 and 12 year category. All 12 years old this year, of course. And our 11 and 12-year-olds medals will be decided in heat number 2, as heats 3 and 4 are just our older 2 categories. So once again, I will do everything I can to keep on top of who is provisionally doing what. Through our first 300 metres, and Poppy Bassindale with an entry of 10:45. Will lead. You see the number 10 more lengths of the pool, 500 metres to swim, followed by Eliza Smakaj. Almost inseparable Esther Bull and Annabelle Harris. I have just been handed the official results of the 400 IM, which I shall read out. And the 11 and 12-year-old competition, bronze medal for Bracknell and Wokingham's Tax Choptikar, silver for Mid-Sussex Marlins' Alex Oman, and gold for Portsmouth North Sea's Austin Wilkinson. In the 13-year competition, bronze for Haventon Waterlooville's Lewis Howard, silver for Basingstoke Bluefins' Luke Wallace, and a gold for Tigers jersey Zach Howell. In the 14-year-old competition, bronze medal for Basingstoke Bluefins' Dan Circuit, silver for Guildford City's Dan Lawrence, and a gold medal for Maidstone's Romeo Ball. Those medals are available to collect at poolside, the turning end, outside lane 1. So please do and collect those as the day goes on. Your 1, 2, 3 looking pretty locked in at the moment. Poppy Bassendale, Eliza Smakash, Esther Bull, not necessarily in that order, but they've got such a good gap on the rest of the field. And they will reach the 3/4 mark in that order. If it's really good, could be a medal. There are 4 12-year-olds in the second heat. So they're going to lay a marker down. So winning this is fairly important, not just for the heats, but in terms of potentially being on a podium. Almost identical splits for Bassendale, Smakash and Bull on that 50. Only 400s between them. But it does look like on this one that Bassendale has moved on slightly. Just seem to get the best push away from the ball. Get ready to hear some whistles for the first time today. So as it looked, that split from Bassendale was a little bit quicker than the previous, went sub 40. And she's gone quicker again, 39.34 this time. So speeding up towards the end. And Bassendale will set the time to beat. She'll sit in provisional gold medal position. Again, 4 12-year-olds to come. She came in with a 4:45. And she's going to take maybe 10 seconds off that. Tight behind between Esther Bull and Eliza Smakaj. Winning time, 10:33.91. Well done, Poppy. And for at least 10 minutes, she will sit on the top step of the podium and potentially be displaced. We will wait and see. So in comes Annabelle Harris, Lily Botham, and then we'll see Alice Rogers. And that will conclude heat number 1 for us. Well done, girls. Heat 2, referee. Heat number 2. You are watching from lane 1 onwards. City of Brighton and Hove's Jessica Oakman, Sevenoaks Evie Van Beers, Crawley's Livy Chavarius, Sevenoaks Chloe Himsley, Tigers Vicky Grant, Wickham District Lucy Batt, for Maxwell Isla Gadsby, and for Guildford City Ava Robson. Four 12-year-olds, 4 13-year-olds. And it's easy to tell you which, because the inside or the inner 4 lanes, central 4 lanes, 13 years old, and the 2 on each side are our 12-year-olds. What a change to heat number 1, 200 metres down, and a proper race. Good luck in the YouTube chat to Isla Gadsby. You've got this. Love all the Withnalls and the rest of Maxwell. The 13-year-olds, or the leading 13-year-old, at the end of this heat will be sitting on top in the 13-year category, and we will, in this heat, decide gold, silver, bronze in the 800 and the 11 and 12-year-old category. 10:33.91, the leading time. So we have had the break, and it is led by Lucy Batt in lane 6, Chloe Himsley in 4, Ivy Chiverius and Vicky Grant. So the same 4. In fact, I'll put Evie Van Beers in this group in 5th at the moment. I mean, we said they can't stay in a straight line forever, but even 250 metres, 300 was a rarity, and now they have broken apart. So all those central 4, remember, are our 13-year-olds. The 4 on the sides, the outer lanes, are all of our 12-year-olds, so they're in 2 different races. So the 12-year-old race being led by Evie Van Beers. She's chasing 10:33.91. I'll say that one more time near the end. And the real gap forming now between your top 2. Still led by Lucy Batt, as it has been for 500 metres. Chloe Himsley in 4. 4 more lengths of the pool. They'll get the bell next time, or the whistles, I should say. The 12-year-old race isn't over yet, because in 8, you've got Ava Robson, who is only 3 seconds behind Evie Van Beers in lane 2. And whoever wins the 12-year-old race, likely to be your gold medalist. You might get all 3 medals in here. Chloe Himsley, fastest splits on the previous. But not that time. So 100 metres to swim. We're watching two races, 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds. Now our 13-year-olds in later heats can go as fast as sub-10. So this will be very much a provisional leading time. But we are on for personal bests as well. Lucy Back came in with a 10:14. Chloe Himsley a 10:08. They should both comfortably be broken. And we don't know our winner yet in this heat because back comes Chloe Himsley. This is a really strong finish. Can she catch Lucy Batt? This is into the last metre. Wow, Batt holds on by a few tenths of a second. Brilliant stuff. Now we've got the race for the 12-year-old medals. 10:33 to beat, will be done comfortably. Ify van Beers will be your gold medalist in the 11-12 competition. Ava Robson will take silver in the 11 and 12-year-olds. And Anna Gadsby will take bronze. I'll wait for that to be confirmed. I will wait for confirmation of that. Oh. 2 down, 2 to go in the 800 freestyle. Heat 3, referee. Heat number 3 in the pool. Wickham District teammates in 1 and 2. Eliza Perkins and Nora Jeffson. Portsmouth North Seas, Emily King in 3. Tigers, Julia Strezek in 4. Woking's Abby Whittaker in 5. Bracknell and Wokingham's Amy Banks in 6. In 7, Guildford City's Erica Trachuka. And in 8, Southampton's Grace Barker. 14-year-olds enter the competition in heat number 3. And you're likely to see at least 2 medals won in the 13-year-old competition. At least 2, as there's only one 13-year-old in heat 4. So we shall wait and see. A couple of stories to unravel in heat number 3. Okay, let's check in as we reach halfway. Abby Whittaker, representing Woking Swimming Club in front. Julia Strezek, the Tigers of Jersey in second, for Nora Jeffson of Wickham District and Amy Banks of Bracknell and Wokingham. Nora Jeffson, the leader of the 13-year-olds in the water. Much like Heat 2 is the 13-year-olds all on the outside 4 lanes, 13 years of age, inner 4 lanes, 14 years old. And 9:56 the time to beat in that 13-year competition for the gold medal. It's still Whittaker, it's still Jeffson, Strezek and Banks. As they approach the 3/4 mark, and in fact, looks to me, Nora Jeffson just holding on to second over Strezek, falling off slightly in 6, Amy Banks. In Heat 4, they do go as quick as 9:20 and 9:30s, so it'll take something super special here, not that it can't, to get into a time position where you could be threatening for the medals. That's in the 14-year-old category. In the 13 years, Nora Jeffson looking to put herself in pole position. Only one 13-year-old in the final heat, so nothing will be decided until the end of that. And this time they will hear the whistles. Let's check on this split and make a calculation. So we're going to go roughly 9:45, which will be a new fastest time for the event. And then also the time of Nora Jeffson we'll keep an eye on, because if she goes quicker than 9:56, she guarantees herself at least a silver medal. Should be doing that. And she'll take second in the heat, full of 14-year-olds too. So winning time, and the new standard to beat, 9:43.09. And Nora Jeffson, 9:49. She will be the new 13-year-old leader. So Nora Jeffson guaranteed at least a silver medal. And by my calculation as well, looks like Lucy Batt is guaranteed at least a bronze too. But I'll let all our officials confirm this. I'll speak things as I see them too. Has it? One more heat to go. Well done to our heat winner, Abby Whittaker. The bar is set at 9:43. Heat number 4, referee. And your fourth and final heat then, from lane 1, Wickham District's Hattie Stanley. She's our 13-year-old, something to keep an eye on. Havant to Waterlooville's Sophie Painter-Hart in 2. Wickham District's Minnie Wilkinson in 3. Maidstone's Elise Butler in 4. Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson's Tyler Thomas in 5. Wickham District Jess Stafford in 6. Wickham District's Ella Redfern in 7. And Wickham District's Amelia Heap in 8. .9:49 is the time to beat for Hattie Stanley in lane 1. She's our only 13-year-old. That is the 13-year-old time. And 9:43 is our 14-year-old current leader in Abby Whittaker. As a stat, all but 2 of our 14-year-olds in the water have gone faster than 9:43. In fact, the girls in the middle, Butler and Thomas, 9:20s on their entry. But your leader, Jess Stafford, a 9:30, but she is defying the form book at the moment. And I've wrongly been waiting for this to get a little bit closer, and Jess Stafford maybe thought she'd gone out a little bit too quick, but no, I'm utterly wrong. She just keeps on going. Leads now by a good 6-7 metres. And she's still splitting the fastest. 35.49. Elise Butler just maintaining the distance as it stands, but through 500 metres, 300 to swim. Hattie Stanley splitting in the 37.5 and looking at 2 times here, remember, 9:49 for her to take gold. Stafford, Butler, Wilkinson just pips into 3rd place for the time being over Tyler Thomas. And Heap, Stanley, Redfern and Painter Hart. This will be such a great start to the morning for Jess Stafford and her Wickham coaches. Maybe they knew this was going to happen, but on paper, again, it's 10 seconds difference between her and the central pair of Butler and Thomas. Of course, when we look at qualifying or entry times, there is a pinch of salt to be taken. You don't know when that was set. But she does not look like she wants to get caught or is going to get caught. Let's check the split times again, 35.56 and 35.24. Okay, Elise Butler that time was a few tenths quicker, but she'll need more than a few tenths each length to bridge that gap. She's going to need 3 seconds per length on the final 100, and maybe a little bit more. pretty much identical. So is this a victory? 100 metre, 2 lengths for Jess Stafford and Wickham District. It'll certainly be gold. She'll beat the 14-year-old time from heat number 3. It's really her against the clock. Again, 9:30 coming in. Elise Butler on course for silver, Minnie Wilkinson on course for bronze. They should all beat the heat 3 times. .9:43 is the time to beat officially. So what a swim from Jess Stafford from start to finish. Thought she was going out too quick. She hadn't at all. She kept getting faster. Well done, Jess. That is brilliant. 9:17.55. What an amount of time to take off your vest. She came in 9:30. 9:24 for Elise Butler. And in 3, Minnie Wilkinson. That will be your gold, silver, bronze. They all beat the fastest time from heat number 14. Well done, girls. And in lane number 1, Hattie Stanley touches home 9:45. And that will be gold in the 13-year category. Well done, you. So all decided in heat number 4. So Nora Jeffson from heat 2 will take the silver. And I'll let our officials confirm fully the bronze and, of course, our 11 and 12-year-olds. But well done, all of you. Longest event of the weekend done. So thank you for joining us for this morning's session, which is officially session 20. There's 2 more to go. To bring you up to speed on the timings, a warm-up will be at 11:15. Start racing at 12:10. And our officials, please make sure you're back at poolside at midday. So officials back at poolside at midday. You've got a good break now, hour and a quarter.